Viewers, good morning. Welcome to this session. I am going to talk about a little learning by Alexander Pope. A little learning is a dangerous thing by Alexander Pope is a very well known poem. This poem contains many lines which have become general quotations which appear on the lips of people across the world. As a matter of fact, Alexander Pope is the second most frequented or most frequently quoted author in English literature after William Shakespeare. Alexander Pope was a great poet, satirist in the 17th century. He was born on 1600. He was born in 1688 and he died in 1744. Alexander Pope was born of a Roman Catholic family in Protestant England. Therefore, Alexander Pope had to suffer a lot on this count. He could not attend better school, college or university due to his Catholicism. Those days it was found that Roman Catholic could not go to better school, college or university and cannot hold government offices, jobs. So Alexander Pope suffered a lot due to his birth in a Roman Catholic family. Alexander Pope suffered from tuberculosis in his bone, and this disease continued with him for a long time. Due to this disease, Alexander Pope could not grow beyond 4 feet 6 inches height. Alexander Pope is the only author who lived on writing. Writing became his profession. He earned money by writing books, by writing poems. Alexander Pope was home a studied man. His there was a priest who taught him at home. Alexander Pope translated Homer's Iliad in 1720, Odyssey in 1726. He composed Essay on Criticism in 1711. Then he penned a very popular mock heroic poem, The Rap of the Lock, in 1714. Then another mock heroic came out titled The Dunciad in 1728. An essay on man came out in 1734. Alexander Pope's poems are full of quotations. A little learning is a dangerous thing. Too are is human, too forgive divine. Fools rush in where angels fear to tread are famous lines of Alexander Pope. Elsewhere he wrote, pride is still aiming at the last houses. Men would be angels, angels would be gods. If angels fell, to be if aspiring angels fail, then angels become rebel. Now let me talk about the present poem. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing. This poem is composed in couplet using pentameter in each line with rhyme scheme A. It is a beautiful poem composed by Alexander Pope, the greatest poet and most representative of the early 18th century. Pope was a Roman Catholic, and as such, he could neither get any school education nor could hope to secure a government job. This made him embittered, frustrated, and quarrelsome. So he satirized as much individuals as social follies, political corruption, and moral lapses of his age. He made his fortune chiefly by translating epics of Homer. He is best known for his mock heroic poems, as I stated above. Here, in this poem, Pope has expressed his views on learning. According to Pope, little learning is a dangerous thing, and everyone should try to have sufficient knowledge. If he never thinks of learning at all, in support of his views, the poet has given imagery of drinking wine. If a man drinks a little draughts of wine, he gets intoxicated He loses the balance of mind and gets himself lost in an imaginary world. But when he takes a lot of wine, sufficient dose of wine, he is restored to sobriety in the mind. The balance of proportion returns to him and he starts enjoying the reality. Pope advises the readers to drink deep in the Pierian spring. Knowledge or learning, according to Greek mythology, Pierian is a district in Thessaly where Muses, the goddesses of learning and poetry, are said to live, said to reside. Hence, the poet is of the view that by getting more and more knowledge and learning, we get depth and scholarship. A man with little knowledge always thinks that he knows more and he has already scaled the heights of learning and arts. He is so misguided that he boasts of his little knowledge and learning most of the time. A learning is like a mountaineer who thinks to have reached the peaks of mountain, though he is at the valley itself. But he goes higher, but if he goes higher and higher, the real height and vastness of the mountain becomes visible. To such a condition, he is surprised to find how distant the peaks are. In the same way, the more learner learns, the more conscious he becomes of the endless vistas of knowledge and learning. As his eyes wander through the unexplored are as perspective as goes on expanding. As a result, he gets tired of sides of hills and peeping over hills and Alps arising on Alps. In the same way, as a learner acquires more and more knowledge in learning, he comes to realize that he has only picked up a few pebbles while the vast ocean of knowledge lies unexpired or unexplored before him. The very first line of the poem represents the central idea that inadequate learning is totally dangerous. The poet has adopted didactic manners to teach readers that they should have sufficient learning at all. Then again, the poet has established an identity between learning and mountaineering. The given poem is a living example of new classical view of things. Pope is considered to be the successful craftsman, and this poem is well crafted, well composed. Thanks a lot.